Alright people, welcome back. We're going to be looking at another game featuring the Eternal Bargain Preconstructed Commander deck. For the complete deck list, you can go to my article series Conquering Commander on puremtgo.com and look it up, and we'll go over the deck and some of the issues that the deck has and tell you more about it from there. Let's just jump right into things today. My first opponent is going to be Scion of the Dragon, and you know, Scion can be pretty deadly, usually with stuff like Nicol Bolas to nail somebody's hand and stuff like that. This Scion deck is not that cutthroat, however, which fortunately for me is pretty lucky. After that, we've got Zedruu the Greathearted, who likes to give stuff away. This is the first time I've run into a straight Minotaur tribal deck, so it'll be interesting to see what this Zedruu deck brings. Finally, we've got Prosh, but Prosh doesn't matter because Prosh drops out after like the first turn. So it's really just a 3-player game. Looking at my opening hand, I've got 4 lands, so I'm happy. Serene Master is an early drop that won't do crap for me. But I keep it. Anyways. Let's just go on from there. Things start off with Zedruu. My play space is up here on the upper right for some reason. Yeah, the Prosh sticks around for like a turn or two. Yeah, there he's gone. He's gone, okay. So I go ahead and play my Serene Master out on turn 3. And Zedruu puts Launch on my Serene Master, which is interesting, but ends up helping me out in the long run. Launch and these kind of enchantments that return to the hand are actually a pretty good idea in Zedruu, because you're not really losing a whole bunch of card advantage, and you could just give them away to people or whatever. Scion uses Kodama's Reach, and there we go. I play Raven Familiar, and I screw up completely. For some reason, I thought that the Familiar actually rearranged the top cards in your library, but instead you get to pick one and put it in your hand. And what I wanted to do was put Filigree Angel on the bottom of my pile, and instead it ended up in my hand. So that's a little frustrating. Serene Master is a useless attacker, so he's not going to attack anybody. Zedruu comes out to play. Scion's going to come out to play. Luckily, I have a flying blocker right here. I let my Raven Familiar go. And I've got really nothing to do right now. Famine is kind of a useless card in this deck. I'd get rid of it. Oh yeah, he ends up giving me the Launch. And he plays Racket Disciple. Scion comes after the Disciple and ends up pulling out Intet. So yeah, I mean, with a more cutthroat Scion deck, that's Nicol Bolas to just wipe out the Minotaur player's hand. If he really wanted to, I guess he could have used Racket Disciple. Oh no, he can't. Racket Disciple still has Summoning Sickness. But I've got the flying blocker, so he goes after Zedruu, and he ends up getting like a Soul Ring or something like that. Yeah, there it is. See, I'm still slowly gaining life. I'm up to 50. I play Crawl Space and Bounce Land. I can't really do anything right now. I'm hoping to... Oh, there's another Minotaur. Minotaur Illusionist. Look at that. And Zedruu gets in for a couple points on Scion. Scion goes after Zedruu. He gives his Spirit Token Flying that he got from Forbidden Orchard. And blocks it. And then he plays Boggart and Hellkite and takes out all the Minotaurs. He's got 8 mana already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So he ends up taking out all the Minotaurs. He's not really worried about my Serene Master for some reason. He left my Spirit alone. What ends up happening is the Scion player kind of beats up on the Zedruu player a decent amount. First, I use my Death Grasp to take out the Scion himself. And that gains me some life. And then I attack the Zedruu player with my Spirit. Labyrinth Minotaur comes out. Again, the Flying Serene Master is a good defender. Forbidden Orchard, I get a Spirit token. There's Artisan of Kozilek, bringing the Scion back. And the Hellcat goes after the Minotaur player. So I've got enough now to go ahead and play a Loro. Enough mana. There's Harsh Mercy, which kind of hurts me. It ends up wiping me on board of everything. I want to keep a Loro out there just so that I can start extorting people and drawing some cards. I have Tempt with Immortality, but the problem is the Scion has the Artisan in his graveyard, and I just don't want to deal with the Annihilating Eldrazi or something like that. Harsh Mercy ends up working out well for the Minotaur deck as well. And launch goes on the Labyrinth Minotaur. I get another Spirit token for Forbidden Orchard, and he Diabolic Tutors and does nothing. No attack, which is and the and the Zedruu player is like, well, why didn't you attack the other guy? And it turns out the Scion player thought my Spirit had flying for some reason. So I'm going to draw a few more cards and extort a little bit. I play my Swiftfoot Boots, and I equip it to Oloro, but I don't really have any other plays right now. I'm waiting on the Filigree Angel until I have something more. Zedruu is able to draw cards and gain some life as well. Plays the Felwar Stone and does nothing. Scion puts Bear Umbra on his Scion. So first, okay, let's talk about this for a sec. Scion with Bear Umbra means that if he wants, he can look up Hellkite Charger and get infinite attack steps. He says he does not have Hellkite Charger in his deck. Doesn't matter though. The Zedruu player tries to crib swap him. The Scion. So what he does is he looks up Stormbreath Dragon, which has protection from white, so the crib swap does nothing. The Bear Umbra still goes on. And he attacks me. Which allows him to untap, and then he screws things up here because he's still in his combat phase and he's tapping a bunch of stuff, and he just messed it all up. So instead, he plays Skittles. I extort everybody. I get Deep Analysis. I play Filigree Angel just to draw or to gain a couple life. I draw into Marrow Bats, which is actually going to be pretty good here. However, Zedruu has Equilibrium, which means nobody's going to be able to keep creatures on the table, and then plays Tangarth. And what he's going to do is he's going to use the Equilibrium to bounce the Scion and get rid of the Bear Umbra. Alright. So Scion plays his commander again. And he sends both of his guys after the Zedruu player. Zedruu blocks the Hellkite with the Labyrinth Minotaur. I've got a flying blocker here, the Filigree Angel. I mean, he's not the best, but he's not horrible either. That kills Labyrinth Minotaur, but launch goes back to his hand. I play another land, and then play Marrow Bats to have a second flying blocker. I've got 7 cards in hand. I'm going to do nothing. I play Deep Analysis to draw a couple more cards. Zedruu is consistently... Oh no, he didn't draw anything that turn. But he was gaining 1 life and drawing 1 extra card a turn for a while there. So first he plays Ordrune Commando. Minotaur card. He's going to bounce Skittles. And then he's going to play another Minotaur. Oh no, he plays Darksteel Ingot. And taps it and puts the launch on the Commando. And then does nothing. Scion plays Skittles again, and then has his Scion turn into Karthus, which gives all his dragons haste. The Hellkite didn't untap because of the Labyrinth Minotaur. So he continues to beat up on the Minotaur player, the Zedruu player. Regenerates his Skittles. I end up extorting everybody. I play Kong Ming to pump up my spirit tokens that I've been getting, as well as my other guys. And I'm going to try and beat up on the Scion player a little bit. I hold my flyers back. Sion's now at 15. Zedruu's at 22, and I'm at 69. I then follow this up with Stormscape Battle Mage, getting rid of the Hellkite and gaining a little bit of life. So I'm at 72. Zedruu plays Boros Signet, and then Ordrune Veteran, and bounces the Scion player. Scion looked up. He looked up Bladewing the Risen to put it in his graveyard, I assume? I'm not 100% sure. And then he puts launch on his commando, and he doesn't. The Zedruu player does nothing. He reanimates. Oh yeah, that's right. He reanimates his Artisan of Kozilek. What he meant to reanimate was Bladewing the Risen, so he could get another dragon. And then he concedes once he screws that up. I probably had him dead on the board. I mean, I could have attacked him with everything and taken him out. I would have lost a couple of creatures, but you know, I would have taken him out right then if I could have. So it's just 1-on-1 now. I'm at 72. Zedruu's at 22, and I'm going to use a Loro to extort a little bit here. And then I play. Oh yeah, I play my curse. That's right. So I play Curse of the Forsaken. But this was an issue I had. Okay, so I'm attacking him with a bunch of stuff, right? So Alora is going to trigger a bunch. But I had an issue because I tapped my tap land, or my bounce land. It wouldn't let me use it, the mana from it, for some reason. You'll see here, there's some sort of like weird thing. Yeah, you may pay 1 to do this remaining 1. It wouldn't let me do it, so I had to cancel it a couple times when I actually meant to draw more cards. Yeah, this is me being pissed off. So I ended up drawing into only a Johnny's Primate and Spinal Embrace, I think. Let's see what ends up happening here. Yeah, see, I'm still having problems with it. Oh, don't even draw into anything. So I lose a couple of my dudes, fine, whatever. And then Tangarth takes out Kong Ming. So I'm still at 80. I play a Johnny's Pridemate. I should have done that beforehand, but I forgot. Anaba Shaman bounces my Marrow Bats. And then Fanatic of Magosi bounces my Pridemate. And he attacks me with Tangar. Let's see, Anaba Shaman, Minotaurs get +1/+0. Fanatic of Magosi, Mogis? Whatever. Oh, Devotion card. Okay, fine. I'm still at 74. That's not going to bother me too much. He's at 13, and I'm going to be able to like beat him up pretty good right here. I attack with a bunch of stuff, and I trigger a bunch, and I make sure not to use all that stuff, and I extort, and I draw a bunch of stuff, and oh yeah, and I stole his Zedruu with the Spinal Embrace, so that he wouldn't gain any life from or draw any extra cards by giving me stuff. Yeah, I guess I could have used Tangarth or stolen Tangarth. I'm not sure. So I sacrifice Zedruu and gain some more life. And then I get rid of a bunch of stuff here. He attacks with his team. I don't have to block because I'm at 78. Even if the Fanatic... I mean, that's 10 points. It knocks me to 68, but I'm fine with that. He bounces my Spirit token and plays Blaze Commando. Who's Minotaur? I didn't know that. And puts launch on him. And I extorted him a little bit with my talisman, Maloro. There's Zedruu. Zedruu is not going to matter though. What I want to do is, yeah, I use Reckless Spite to get rid of his blockers, and I extort him as well, and I attack with Maloro for the win. So, you know, I thought it was Reckless Spite, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Reckless Spite. Okay. So, you know, the early life gain helps. And the good thing that ended up working out for me here was the launch on my Serene Master. Other than that, I wouldn't have been able to block any of the flying dudes for a long time. Plus, it helped that Zedruu was a Minotaur tribal, and the Scion deck wasn't entirely cutthroat. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the game. Until next time.